So I never have felt like I truly belonged in church. And this is kind of crazy because I've spent many years in the church. If you heard my war stories about growing up, my dad was a pastor. I grew up in church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, youth group. I've served in churches, I've worked in churches, but I've never felt like I truly belonged in them. I've always felt like I was auditing church. And it took me until just a few years ago to realize that and to be able to articulate that, to understand that it's okay to be uncomfortable in church. That doesn't make you a bad Christian. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. Okay. Now, maybe I was born in the wrong century. Maybe I was born in the wrong country. I don't know what it is, but there's just something about being in a huge room with a ton of people, having to get dressed up and all singing and raising their hands and listening to a guy who's a great speaker. There's something about that recipe that makes me push back a little bit. It makes me go on the skeptical. It makes me think, hey, what's going on here? What's everybody doing? I kind of get vigilant. I kind of go on high alert because I don't want to, I don't know what, go with the crowd, get duped, get, led along. I go into critical thinking mode. I go into scanning and critiquing mode. And so I've just never really felt at home to relax and feel free in worship, although I've tried. And I will continue to try because I do believe church is important. And so I'm just sharing with you my struggle with feeling a sense of belonging inside the church building. I love the people there. All my brothers are there from my tribe. And I think it's an important thing to do, corporate worship. But I just never felt that click. I always felt as a kid like my parents were dragging me to church. And a lot of times as an adult, I felt like I'm dragging myself to church. But that's me being super honest and saying the quiet part out loud. The part that good Christians don't say this. Good Christians never say that they don't enjoy going to church or they feel like they're auditing it. Now, we're just supposed to encourage you to go, and we're supposed to smile, and we're supposed to go, and we're supposed to sing and raise our hands and act like we like it. But I'm being real. I'm telling you, I've never felt comfortable there. I feel comfortable when I am outside sitting around a fire with a small group. And as I've done more of that, I have felt more connected with God. When I'm looking up at the stars, when I'm seeing the sparks rise, that's where I want to share what's going on in my life. That's where I want to read the Bible. That's where I want to stare into the flames while a man is reading the Bible so that I can concentrate on the words. I don't see any of the distractions of seeing what people are wearing or who's singing louder or weirder or doing whatever with their arms. I'm not looking around. I'm not distracted. It's dark and there's a fire or there's trees or there's the ground. I don't know what it is, but I wanted to share this with you to give you permission to feel the same way. Now, maybe you love church. Shadow, he is one of the worship song leaders in our church. You can be a Men's Alliance guy and love singing in church. Don't get me wrong. But I think everybody already knows that. Everybody knows we have permission to love church. That doesn't need to be said. What we need is more Christian men in this country who love God and want to pursue relationship with him, want to follow him, want to be more like him. But we don't feel at home inside the church building. We need to give voice to us and say, it's okay. Join me outside by the fire. We're going to do a workout first. Heck yeah, I'm all in on that. That's exactly what I want to do. And there's ministries in this country. There's motorcycle ministries. There's fly fishing ministries, hunting ministries. You can love God and follow him and obey the Great Commission anywhere you want. Outdoors, on a mountain, in a city, in a building, or behind the building. It doesn't matter. Worship, by the way, has changed not just by location, but by time period. A lot of people who love church in 2024, if we were to pick them up and transport them to 1828, they probably wouldn't feel comfortable in that church. They would probably feel out of place. They would probably feel like they were maybe auditing church and dragging themselves there every Sunday. And maybe I would love it. Who knows? So it's okay. I want men to understand this. You don't have to love going to church on Sunday morning to be a good Christian. Being a good Christian has got absolutely nothing to do with the building with the steeple on it. Being a good Christian has only to do with being a follower of Jesus Christ. And you can do that in a building or you can do it around a fire. So think about this, guys. Don't let your perception of the building or the music or the clothing get between you and God. If you don't feel comfortable going to church, I get it. Come to Men's Alliance. We're always outside in any weather. We're always tribal, rugged, and real. Hey guys, big announcement. Our upcoming father-son campout called Warrior Night has just been opened up to take on more people. That's right. We've released more seats to take on more dads and more sons at Warrior Night. We had such a huge success this past spring at Warrior Princess that we realized we can take on more people. So if you were looking to get into Warrior Night and you thought we were full, go back to our website. There's plenty of seats available now because we've doubled the capacity. The location where we're hosting this in Amelia, Virginia is second to none. There's an incredible pond stocked with tons of bass. We had so many kids catch their first fish, and that first fish was an awesome one. Great time of fathers and sons getting your son to reel in that first bass, getting your picture with him, canoeing, kayaking, archery, target shooting, obstacle courses. Amazing time, huge fires, great food, sleeping outside, and most importantly, bonding and making memories with your son at an absolutely perfect location and setting where everything's been thought through and taken care of for you. Go to our website and register. I'm looking at it right now. Our father-son adventure called Warrior Night. It is September 20th through 22nd. It's 2 nights. You bring a tent. If you want to bring a truck camper or an RV, contact us and we will coordinate accommodations for you at maybe an additional fee, depending on what you need. But go to our website, click on experiences, Warrior Night, $75 gets you a father and a son. That's an insane deal. just to help cover our food and facility rental costs. There's 64 dad slots available right now. And this is for kids 6 to 17, boys 6 to 17 with a father or father figure. Again, it's September 20th through 22nd in Amelia, Virginia. You do not want to miss Warrior Night.